Rich, Matt, you've made it to the Forged in Fire final. So far, we've asked you to design and produce a weapon of your own choosing. To claim the Forged in Fire crown, you must design and forge our mystery weapon, one of the most famous and revered weapons from history. The Japanese katana. The katana is the traditional weapon of the samurai, the noble class of warriors in feudal Japan since around 800 AD. The katana was formed from hundreds of thin layers of the purest steel available. The quicker draw of the sword was well suited to combat where life versus death depended on the weapon you carried into battle. Over the centuries, the katana has taken on many mythical properties in legend and culture, from an ability to slice through other swords to splitting a hair. And it is the sword of choice for characters in mega hits like Kill Bill and The Walking Dead. Good luck, gentlemen. We'll see you in 5 days.
My name is Rich Greenwood. By day, I work on swimming pools, and at night, I'm a bladesmith. I'm absolutely amazed that I made it this far. At every stage of the competition, I thought, this is it. I'm going home with 5 days. I think I can actually prove my worth. I've got no power hammers, no presses. Everything is by hand. My goal is to get the blade to where I can quench it.
So what I'm doing here is I'm breaking all the sharp edges, because you got any sharp edges, you got a lot better chance of cracking something. This is where it all happens. It'll kill me or it'll make me. Here we go. You. About 4 seconds into the quench, I heard a loud tick. I knew that was it. It was all over. Several cracks along the tip. I just got the blade way too hot before I quenched it. And when you've got too hot a blade and you throw it in cooler water, it tends to crack. I'm not gonna say all is lost just yet. I'm gonna bust my ass and I'm gonna try and get something made that I'm proud of in the end. This is my final shot to stay in the competition. If this blade doesn't survive, I'm out. Getting ready? I'm quenching now.
My name is Matthew Parkinson. I've been a blacksmith for 15 years. I'm gonna go for a full hardened blade. It's so strong and so fine-grained, it should outperform anything else that anybody can put on the table.
That's ready for heat treating. I'm gonna slide my blade down there, about 600 degrees. I'm just gonna bring it up and let it cool.
I'm doing this for my son. I'm doing this so that he can be proud of me.
See what Daddy's doing? He's setting the stone right now.
Nice. I like this sword a lot. I'm still a little apprehensive about what the judges are gonna be looking for. I'm just gonna cut a couple water balls, make sure the geometry's good. That was a successful test cut. This is a really good sword.
To measure how your blades stand up against flesh, Doug will cut through these fish. Rich, yours is up. Let's put it to the test.
Nice.
It will cut.
Yes, it will.
It felt good in the slice. Good. But the recovery was a little heavier, but it still felt like it'll give me a close shave. Good job. Okay, Matt, you're up next. Are you ready?
Yep. It doesn't cut. And I'm a little confused by that. I don't know why it didn't cut.
It's got a very good feel to it. It's very light. It's got a very nice balance to it. And it'll cut. Now for the kill test. In this, we have a ballistics dummy that pretty much simulates the human form, organs, and tissues. The katana traditionally has a razor-sharp edge. That allows me to find the gaps in between the armor. I'm gonna try that with your blade to see how well it does. Rich, you're up first. Let's take a look at the damage. Oh. The thrust and the slice went all the way into the internal organs in here. And the kill shot went deep all the way into the liver. I think on the kill test, this will kill. Okay, Matt, you're up. Definitely through the laceration, he's disemboweled here. A nice big puncture in here. That definitely will get the liver. I think it's past the kill test.
You've both obviously brought deadly implements of war here. But now, it's time to lock and load, gentlemen, because for the strength test, we're leaving the forge, and we're heading to the gun range.
What?
All right, gentlemen, this is the final test for the Forged in Fire Championship. It's the strength test. Your weapons will be tested on their ability to split a bullet. Your swords are gonna be locked into a vise. Then we're gonna fire a bullet at your blade. All right, Matt, you ready?
Break it.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Oh, Matt, your sword split a bullet. There's no damage on the edge at all. Held up extremely well. That is a real, true sign of your craftsmanship.
Thank you.
Very well done. All right, Rich, you're up next.
When I look at him set the gun up and get ready to shoot that blade, there's a little bit of doubt in the back of my mind thinking it may not survive this.
3, 2, 1, engage. Nice.
Oh, yeah! Sweet.
Wow.
There,
That
Matt.
is
Definitely gonna
outrageous.
split there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a split.
I like
That
it.
blade didn't even move.
It splits the bullet. I couldn't have been happier.
There's no mark on the blade at all. Held up perfectly. No chipping.
Gotta like
Everything
that.
looks great.
Thank you.
Congratulations, gentlemen. You should be proud of the work that you've done, which only makes the judge's decision that much harder. We'll see you back at the forge. Matt, Rich, in just 5 days, you have both forged elegant and lethal Japanese katanas. But in this competition, there can only be one winner of $10,000. Matt, you are the Forged in Fire champion. Congratulations.
Good job, dude.
Rich, you did not make the cut.
I wish you had done a little bit more finish work. You let the handle get a little bit skinny. And it was almost the same proportions on each side, so I know you ran into a time constraint, but it did split a bullet, and that's truly something to be proud of.
I feel a little disappointed, but the better bladesmith won.
Well, Matt, congratulations. You are the Forged in Fire champion. You're gonna claim a $10,000 check. How do you feel?
This is awesome.
Your blade is beautiful. Not only is it beautiful, but it's fast. Cuts so cleanly through the fish. And on the ballistic dummies, that just disemboweled it for the kill test. Great job.
Blade aside, I was really impressed with your handle setup. Symmetrically, it was correct. We get good control, good grip on it. Very nicely done.
This is such a rush. I want to drive home and kiss my son. I'm the Forged in Fire champion.
Ian, Austin, congratulations. Your hard work has paid off, and you guys are moving into the third and final round of this supersized competition. In this final round, you're going back to your home forges for 4 days to build an iconic weapon from history. Bladesmiths, we want you to build this. The Japanese Greatsword.
The Japanese Greatsword rose in popularity during the 14th century. Reaching lengths of up to 5 feet long, this massive single-edged, slightly curved blade was designed to deliver deep, penetrating cuts upon enemy soldiers, on foot or on horseback alike. While this enormous weapon became too impractical for battle by the 17th century, it can still be seen in many action films, including the classic 1954 Kurosawa movie, Seven Samurai.
Good luck, gentlemen. We will see you in 4 days.
My name is Austin Frakes, 37 years old, from a little town right outside of Houston, Texas. I'm a sergeant with the local police department. Over my professional career, I've seen a lot of the ugly side of life, and a few years ago I picked up bladesmithing after watching Forged in Fire. I like to make beautiful knives.
This thing is absolutely ridiculous. It's huge, it's obscene.
Almost a foot to go in length.
Hoping I can get it to length quickly and get this thing quenched as quick as possible.
Right in between the two parameters. Perfect. Almost like I planned it.
The heat treating process is going to be difficult due to the extreme length and the fact that I've only got an 18-inch long forge.
We are skating.
I know the blade is good and hard. Happy dance. All right, that's enough of that. I am putting on faux, not real, alligator skin to give this sword a little bit of my Texas heritage down here on the dirty Third Coast. Everything looks good so far. Now it's just time for the handle wrap. I'm just trying to make it so that it's not uncomfortable for the judge's hands. My hands are now cramping severely as I'm doing this nearly 21 inches of braid. As I finish it up, I think it looks pretty cool. It just needs an edge, and then it's test time. I did grind the blade thin, and I'm hoping that the lighter weight and the thinner profile will help it cut better while still being thick enough to retain its edge during the damage test. Whoa!
My name is Ian Zimmerman. I'm 19 years old, and I'm from the small rural town of Bedford, Pennsylvania. Probably what got me started making blades was just my dad being a carpenter. We made a lot of wooden blades, and I looked at it and I said, wouldn't it be cool if this was metal? And he's like, let's do it.
All right, so we are pretty much at length to where I want to be.
I'm pretty much done, and I'm ready to get it up to temperature and quench it.
So my gas forge isn't actually big enough to do the heat treating. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig a ditch and make a kind of like a redneck coal forge.
I have the blade in there. I'm just watching the temperature and just making sure I don't overheat it. Things are definitely heating up, literally.
It's hardened.
I am really happy with how it came out.
Sweet.
So next thing I need to do is I need to shape this handle and get it actually ergonomic and feeling good in your hands, because this handle's pretty big.
All right.
It's starting to fit my hands really good. I really like it. It is now a fully functional sword. This thing is a beast.
So I got the Kashira put on. It's shaped. I really like it. I am ready for, yeah, making it look cool.
I start wrapping this handle. It's going really nicely. The brown and black contrast is awesome. It's starting to look like a finished product.
There we go. Very nice fit.
Cool.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the dynamic keel test. That's with great disappointment that I have to say that I will not be able to wield your weapons to test it, but Dave Baker will be enjoying and doing your tests. Ian, you're up first. You ready for this?
Go for it.
So Ian, right off, scale-wise, perfect for my hand. The wrap is really well dialed in. Your blade, every single one of those cuts, it was deadly. Your edge is still a razor blade. It lost no edge whatsoever. Nicely done.
Thank you.
All right, Austin, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Austin, right off, your sword has a lot of height to it, and it's got a lot of mass to it, but it's really nicely balanced, which I like. An issue, there are some dull spots on your blade, dull enough that I can run my finger back and forth on it. But I really like the look of this blade. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Hi, Bladesmiths. Welcome to my dynamic test. The steel wind chime and fish slice. Ian, you're up first. You ready for this?
Not really.
Well, get ready. It's coming. All right, Ian, first things first, I'm impressed. This edge doesn't really show much of any indication that it had been smashed into steel wind chimes. You know, you can see the cuts on all these fish are nice and clean. The handle wrap is really comfortable. The dimensions are good. All in all, nice job.
Thank you.
All right, Austin, you're up, man. How you feeling?
Let's get it over with.
All right.
Oh.
All right, Austin. Well, you're all in one piece. Well done. Where I was hitting the wind chimes, each time I hit them, you lost more and more of your edge. There's some rolls that I can get a fingernail underneath. So as I was progressing through the fish, they became more and more difficult to cut through. But all in all, I think you did a great job.
Thank you. Bladesmiths, you both impressed us the entire competition, but at the end of it, only one of you can come out on top, earning the title of Forge and Fire Champion and a check for $10,000. Today's Forge and Fire Champion is Ian. Very well done. Austin, unfortunately, your blade did not make the cut, and Doug's going to tell you why.
Austin, what it came down to is the dulling you took during our test, it just underperformed on the dynamic kill and sharpness test, and those are the reasons why you didn't win today.
I agree completely. Well, Austin, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you pound steel in the forge and come out with two massive blades. But unfortunately, your time in this competition has ended. I want to say thank you for coming out, but I'm going to have to ask you to please step off the forge floor. Thanks, y'all.
I don't like to lose, but Ian's a great guy to lose to. That definitely makes it easier.
Well, Ian, congratulations, man. That makes you a Forge and Fire champion. You'll be getting a check for $10,000. Very well done.
I'm still kind of in shock, still a little shaky, but really excited, though, really thankful.
How you feeling, bud?
Pretty good. Thank you, guys. The amount of people that I've met, knowing what I can do in such a short amount of time, I learned so much.